Yeah, I see that, Smata. I see that. Hello, everybody. It is I, Mello, and guess what? We are here with a new game. I know I do so many of these. I should probably stop at some point, but I won't. We officially have a third campaign that we have started up. As some of you know, we have a Tuesday game and a Wednesday game. However, now we have. I'm sorry, did I say Wednesday? We had a Tuesday and a Saturday. Now we have a Wednesday game. And the Wednesday game, surprisingly, has mostly new players to the channel. We do have two returning players from other games. One of them is in all three games, and the other one is only in one of the games. So this will be their second game they're a part of, and the first one will be a part of all of them. You're not new because it's not even the right news, Mata. How dare you? But let's go ahead, swap over. Take a look at all of these glorious, oh, excuse me, reactives. Oh, ooh, I felt quesadilla in my throat. Ooh, boy. So we have mostly new people, like I said. The only ones who are still, one's missing? Yeah, one's missing. Thank you for pointing that out, Smata. Hopefully the player will fix that at some point. One is missing, in fact. Could someone not make it? Maybe. I guess someone just couldn't make it. That you hate to see it, honestly. Why was I pinged? I was pinged somewhere, and that's rude. But as you can see, brand new campaign. I actually need to add in a window capture for this. Oh Lord, you ain't supposed to be like that. Still don't have a throne set up. I keep forgetting to do it. This is what we're gonna get for now until I properly size it the way I wish it to be sized. We don't actually have a proper battle map for today because it's mostly going to be an introductory session just so everyone can kind of get into the swing of things. But I think it's about time we go ahead and meet some of the players, let them introduce themselves and the characters, and we can officially start. So let's go ahead, hit him with that 3. I see you, Spada. Hello.
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 Blah, 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 blah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Can we get the one person who doesn't have his fucking reactive up put up?
Who?
No.
Yes, please. Hurry up.
I'm very excited to see it.
What's behind the curtain?
What's behind the curtain? Well, while we have Smata figure out how to do that, hello, you five. I know two of
Hi.
you are, used to this, but three of you are brand new. Not only to, my table, but to the stream as a whole. Hello. It's a pleasure to have you
Hi.
three.
Hello. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, it's no problem. I figured before we start, we go ahead and have everyone here introduce their character. You can mention a bit about yourself if you want. You don't have to. But if you just want to introduce your character very briefly for the audience, that would be great. We will go out of order and go at random, starting with Cece.
Hi, I'm Cece. I am playing Merrick Methils Manfred. He is a variant human cleric. who is very dedicated to the mountains.
Thank you. Thank you. Then we have GLaDOS.
Hi, my name is GLaDOS. My character is a guy named Leafy. He's a centaur, and he is more of a mountain boy, but he does come to the city once in a while. He mostly lives and farms within his community, though.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you. Smada.
Hi, I'm Spada. I'm playing Kara, a little brownie goblin type thing.
What?
Wrong name. Sorry, got confused. I'm playing Markless Mansion, a human cleric. You can also see me on Saturdays playing Kara, the aforementioned.
Thank you. Thank you. Then we go to Jesse.
Hi, I'm Jesse, and I am playing a gelaton fighter named Zeal. And he's a weird little goop boy that we're gonna figure out together.
Awesome. Thank you. And last but not least, Aqua.
I'm playing a little redskin tiefling bard guy, and he's a wandering soul who just wants to travel around and find something new.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you all for introducing your characters and Smada having, exactly the right reactive for Markless. I think that's very in line with character for him to be a signpost.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Does anyone have any sort of questions, any comments they'd like to make very quick before we start?
Skibbity toilet.
Oh,
You know what?
Okay.
I do feel old, and I'm proud of it now. You
Ohio
heard me.
is.
yeah, I'm canceling Aqua.
Yeah, can I be older? Can I like double my age?
Are we not going to mention the Ohio Riz that was just brought up as well?
Oh no, that's why I'm doubling it. No, fuck it, triple it. Let's be crazy.
I think that was
Give it to the
Smada
next
who did
person.
that. Doubling give it to the next
Next
person.
That's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
You're a funny guy.
Sounds so threatening.
Chat's talking about some volume problems, so we want to get those fixed.
I heard Ghost. I did fix him a bit. I think, at least. Can I have Smada talk?
Hello?
Okay. And then GLaDOS.
Get out of my lawn, you animal.
Alright, Ghost, can you confirm? Does that sound good?
Dear.
Troubleshooting is something that most streamers usually do before the stream happens. Unfortunately, I'm not most streamers because I'm not a very good at this. A little more? A little more. Okay.
Like a little more down
Yeah.
or a little more fixed. What does that
I think he means a little more down.
mean?
I think it means I need to give a little bit more in my performance.
It could mean that. Okay, I've turned them down a bit more in Discord. Hopefully that helps. Not too much, just a bit. Just a bit.
Okay, Goldilocks.
Shut up. If there is no
Ghosty left.
what?
Nothing.
Okay. If there's no other comments or anything, we can go ahead and get started. I apologize. I'm a little nervous. Always starting up a new campaign can be a little nerve-wracking. But
Hey, you got this.
now I feel like I'm gonna fail for that. Ugh.
No, sorry, that was genuine encouragement.
No, I know. It's just like it always has the opposite effect on me. It's okay.
Okay, then you don't got this.
Awesome, thank you. You're gonna
I
be
retract my
asked,
statement.
actually. Little more sound off, he said. All right, in order, we get Oz,
Who?
Okay, okay. Sound alerts won't work on here, Ghost. I don't have that thing set up because I don't want it to overtake any of the players.
I'll do it for you, Ghost. It's time to duel!
You didn't even do the right amount of d's. Could you?
I didn't watch
Well,
Yu-Gi-Oh as a
that's
kid.
because I don't want to get sued.
Me get sued on my own channel? It'll have to do, he says. It'll have to do.
Yeah, we're done with this, actually. This looks awful.
Yeah,
Now
does
that
he
I
do
know how to
4 or
delete.
5? It's probably 5, isn't it?
Huh?
Did it? Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah, something like that.
Dora.
Oh
Dora.
my god, that's what I thought of. I was like, why does that sound familiar?
So, we go ahead and we start our journey in a very small, and I mean small when it comes to town standards, little lumber mill town known as Ketsukoshia. Not how it's supposed to be pronounced. I'm gonna run with it for now. It's gonna change later on. I'm not sorry. I completely botched how I thought it was supposed to be spelled. I'm worrying because my cat almost unplugged my PC again. This small town is set within the mountain base of the. Let me find the town map, just cause not the town map, the world map. Oh my god, I thought I had everything ready, and then I don't. I'm gonna scream because my thing just reset. Oh my god. Okay, we start in a small town, small little lumber town, set within the Republic of Chenkul. This town is mostly established to produce lumber, different wood products, but also hunting gear, different furs, different meats. No real mining district to be spoken of, not many farms or anything, so most people only really pass through here if they are looking to get some more supplies for building, wooden huts and whatnot throughout the forest, or it's a simple passing through town. No one really stays here unless they're looking to retire or start a family. And the people that we are joining here today are no different. They will not be, at least the plan is that they won't be staying here long term, probably. But instead, we have a group of adventurers that are passing through. And the group that we are starting with is a duo. We are starting with two humans who are traveling, coming in from the west. Cece and Smada. Your two characters, if you'd like to give a general description, as you guys are just barely making your way out of the main forest area, still following the same path you have been for, I'd say, roughly a good 2, almost 3 weeks, coming from your original hometown up to the small lumber town. What do your characters look like? We'll start with Smada.
Yeah. It's you see, it's a young, thin young man, tanned skin, and of brown, darkish hair, dressed in kind of formal-ish clothes, and the robe kind of draped around him for warmth. The clothes are quite, not quite ironed, but definitely looked after, immaculate, that kind of vibe. But they are a bit rough from the travel, but like not as much as you might expect. And he seems to be catching his breath as they've been walking for a bit and haven't managed to take a break because they want to get to town before nightfall.
All right, thank you. And Cece?
A little ways ahead of him, you see an old, sort of hardened man. He is very, very tan, which contrasts with his very white, balding head and beard. He has some like fur skin sort of clothes on him, nothing fancy, pretty dirty. Um, he is sort of hunched over. It seems like he, has fought gravity all his life, and gravity is starting to win. And he kind of glances back to look at Markless, and it's like, "Ah, come on now, boyo."
Yeah,
Gestures for him to.
sorry, Merrick. I'll be right there. Just give me a second. And Marcus pauses for a second and like leans on his staff walking stick to catch his breath.
Merrick will stop walking, patiently waiting for Markless, and just sort of squint his eyes, shield his face from the sun, and kind of look up to see how much daylight they have left. All right, take your time, but the light's not gonna last forever, boyo.
I will say, as you guys are traveling, you guys were able to make it out relatively early in the morning. You didn't leave, the normal of like 8, maybe 9. No, you guys got up, you packed up your camp, and you continued on. I'd say closer to like maybe 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and it really has paid off. You can see what looks like the gates of the town not too far ahead of you guys. And judging from how high the sun is in the sky, it's only really around noontime at the moment.
Oh well, you know what they say about that. The early hedgehog, always the one that gets the pin.
Yep. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Merrick. Sorry about that. I don't want to slow us down too much.
He like pats your shoulder a couple times. Yes, no worries there. We're almost here.
Where is here again? I wasn't sorry. I wasn't paying attention when you told me earlier.
Ah, you're talking about Quetzalcoatl? That's the town we're heading
Right.
to.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
You alright there? I
I'm
got some
sorry.
water if you need
I,
some.
yeah, that'd actually be great. You mind if we take a slower pace as we head into town?
Oh, that's fine. Anything that works for you, sport.
Thanks. Marcus will take whatever like water skin you hand him and take a long drink from it before pushing himself back up and continuing on towards the town.
And Merrick is just to like pass the time and distract Markless. He like, so, Markless, did he ever tell you about that time your uncle and I got into a serious fight with some ducklings?
The way Uncle Manly told it, they won.
Oh yeah, they kicked our asses. Oh, what a good time it was. Now, you gotta remember the duckling named Tony, and he just kind of rattles this story on about their fight between the ducklings and him and Marcus's uncle when they were youngsters.
Yeah, as Merrick is telling the story once again, Marcus has a small smile across his face and just seems to get his spirits back under him.
As you guys are traveling, taking a slower pace, kind of just casually walking, you can definitely see, the gates to the town. They're not really very big. The walls themselves don't look to be maybe 10 feet tall at most. Um, you do see a lot of life up ahead. It seems like there might be some form of a market going on this certain day. But before you can even get to the gates, there is something a little peculiar that you begin to notice. It is not uncommon to see people digging holes in order to replant trees or to help sow the ground for new crops to grow, but this is a bit odd. The holes that are darted all randomly around the beginning of the gate, even towards where you guys are, seem to be very haphazardly picked. There's no sort of pattern amongst them. Some of these holes seem a lot deeper than others. Some seem relatively narrow, while others are like 10 feet across. It's really a weird sight to see.
Well, praise Mundantis. Looks like we're just about there.
Yeah,
Kind of an odd setup.
these paths are not looking the best.
No. Well, you remember, Boyo, this is a small town. We should be thankful for whatever we find here.
Of course. I'm sorry.
Merrick will just like nod his head wisely and sort of survey the area just a little more carefully.
Okay. Are you looking to make like a general perception check to see if you can spot anything?
Yeah, he's just looking to see if there's signs of like if there's been a recent struggle or abandonment or anything that would be considered danger.
Yeah, go ahead. So what's your very quick as you go to roll perception, what's your passive, just so I can keep it in mind?
Okay. My passive perception is 14.
Okay,
My passive is 17.
good to know. Good to know. Do
That is a
you
22.
Very nice. Smada, do you also want to roll, or do you just want it to be um
I think I'd take cues from Merrick and also take a look around at this new town.
okay, so go ahead and make me a perception roll as well, and I will probably during break, Smada.
Sorry, what was that? You cut out?
I will update the thing probably during break.
Okay.
And for your perception roll, Smada? Or Marcus?
Sorry, that was a 25.
25? Okay. You two, kind of surveying the area, trying to gather some information, see if maybe there's been some sort of conflict here, or if maybe it was just a simple, someone simply just digging some holes for the sake of digging holes. You know how kids can be sometimes. You don't notice any sort of remnants of a struggle. There's no broken arrow pieces or shrapnel here or there on the ground to indicate some sort of battle happened recently. But with your perceptive ears more than your eyes, you can hear kind of off to the side in one of those relatively larger holes what sounds like shuffling of sorts coming from within it.
Uh, Merrick will put out an arm in front of Markless, look at him, and put his finger to his lips. And then he's going to take a few steps towards the hole, turn around, hold up his hand to kind of indicate that Markless should stay put while he tiptoes closer.
Before you leave, I'm gonna hold my hand out and touch you for like hold your shoulder for a second, and I'm gonna say a quick prayer and cast guidance.
Merrick will put his hands together in like a prayer position and nod at you.
All right, you go ahead and you begin to draw closer to the hole. Are you like trying to look into it? Are you how exactly are you going about it?
I think he's like dramatically tiptoeing but like actually trying to be quiet because he doesn't know if this is like an animal that's gonna get spooked or if this is like an enemy. So he's just kind of trying to sneak up on it and just peer in it when he can.
All right. As you grow closer, Jesse, what do they see?
Hi. They see a black form. It kind of looks a little wet almost. They currently have a very standard shovel. It's a guy. He has short hair. He is wearing just a standard like traveling outfit with like a hood, a very comfortable brown cape. He has a battle axe on his back, and he's just frantically digging, like stabbing down, and like he's not. You can tell he doesn't dig professionally. But he's just frantically like trying to dig things out and like kick aside the dirt, and yeah, he's just digging around.
Uh,
His passive's 10, so that's why I was like, I don't know if he'd realize someone's peering in.
I will say, to see if you would notice, Merrick, give me a stealth roll to see
Okay.
how well you were able to stealthily come up upon the hole without whatever is inside of it noticing. And we'll, determine this to the passive of 10 to see if it's higher than the passive.
well, since I have to roll with disadvantage, that is an 11 total.
Okay. It's just barely enough, so it might be a case of the creature not so much knowing it's coming, but like getting that like, little tickle in the back of its mind, like something's weird. It's probably nothing though.
Uh,
Merrick is gonna have kind of one hand on his mace and kind of call out, "Ah, who disturbs this dirt?"
oh, he's gonna quickly mutter a word under his breath, and his outfit's going to change. It is going to become a big trench coat, kind of hulking a lot of like his skin and stuff, and a big bushy brown mustache covering up the bottom half of his face, and a hat pulled down over his eyes. Which, now that you're looking at him, his eyes are a very bright white, solid color, with no visible pupil from a distance. And he's going to look up and grab onto the shovel a little tighter and say, "Hi, is this not allowed?"
Merrick is gonna like look all the way to his left, look all the way to his right. I don't see anybody saying that you can't do this, but you should know dirt is important. It is where we put the seeds that grow what we must use to nourish ourselves.
Oh, I'm not taking it. It's. I'll put it back.
And Merrick looks back at Markless and he kind of gives him like a thumbs up, like it's okay if you want to come over here. Name's Merrick. He like holds out a hand.
Oh, he will grab that hand and use it to pull himself out of the hole.
Merrick was not expecting that. Um, and does his best.
As I'm walking over, can I see that's happening and go to steady and stop them from being pulled in?
If you would like to roll me a strength check just to see how well you're able to hold on to Merrick to prevent it.
I would, in fact.
Which, as he does, he wouldn't notice any of this. I'd just be like, "Oh, I'm Zeal. Nice to meet you."
So wait, I wouldn't have seen the outfit change or anything.
Oh, you would have saw the outfit change.
I
Okay,
think
okay.
I think they're saying Zeal wouldn't have seen Markless.
Yeah, he wouldn't have seen. He wouldn't have noticed that Merrick was possibly about to fall in. He would just been
Okay,
like, "Oh, a
gotcha.
hand," and used it to pull himself out.
That's a 22 on strength.
Yeah, you're able to make it over, and as it looks like Merrick may begin to fall in, you're able to easily grab onto the old mentor's like body and just kind of hold him in place to prevent it from happening.
Ah, thanks, kiddo. You always got my back. Literally. So what are you digging for?
Oh, well, I left something, maybe, or someone did. There's something that was left here, probably, and I'm trying to find it. And if it's not here, then I'm sure it's somewhere.
Well,
Oh,
that is
my
the thing about objects. They are always indeed
Pretty sure
somewhere.
it's somewhere around here, though. Yeah, y'all haven't happened to see like any kind of box in the dirt or anything. I think it's a box. It's fuzzy.
Merrick will turn to Markless. You remember what was that? A fuzzy object box?
Oh, I didn't even consider it being fuzzy. It could be just something weird in the dirt, like something that's in the dirt that shouldn't be there. You know?
I'm sure we would recognize it if we saw it, of course.
Oh, okay, cool. So have you seen it?
Mello, going back to that 25 perception check, did I see something like that?
Uh, you didn't see anything fuzzy, no. But the only other thing that might kind of tie into what this guy is talking about is you did notice in one of the smaller holes what looked like almost like the corner of something kind of barely poking out of the dirt, like not very obvious that it's there, but like because of how perceptive you were able to kind of clock it in, but it could have been, some form of like a time capsule or something.
No, I don't think we've
Um,
seen anything here.
actually,
Yeah?
uh, oh, sorry, yeah, maybe, I don't know if it's what you're looking for, but while we was walking over here to see you, I did see something, but I didn't think of it or anything because I didn't know you were looking for it yet, but
Oh,
I'm
oh,
sorry, yeah.
sick. No, it's you're. I mean, you. I don't know who you are. So sick.
Oh.
Um.
So I'll hold. Markless will hold out his hand. Have you gotten out of the hole yet, or
Yeah.
are you
He
still down?
climbed out. He used Narc to climb out.
Okay. I will. Markless holds out his hand to you. Hi, hello. I'm Markless Mansion. Nice. You can just call me Markless though. Nice.
He's
Nice to meet
gonna
you.
grab your hand with both hands, and they're a little wet, and he's gonna shake it like vigorously. Like, nice to meet you too, Markless. I'm Zeal.
Ah, so you said you saw something, Markless? Ah, you do have those good eyes. Where'd you see it?
Mellow. Question about the cantrip clean. Can it be cast on creatures?
What is the wording of the cantrip say?
Enables the caster to remove heavy soil, dirt, and foreign objects from floors, walls, dishes, windows, etc., within a 5 foot by 5 foot space.
Then
These
no, that
surfaces are
is
then spotless.
it is
Okay.
primarily for objects.
Can I do it to the clothes then?
Sure, yeah.
I
I don't see why not. You just can't do it to the person itself.
Okay.
Actually, that's a good question. Mello, would his clothes have any dirt on them, seeing as what they are?
You know what? That's a good point. I don't think they would.
All right. Never mind then.
He looks oddly clean.
Oddly clean for
So
an individual that was just in a giant hole of dirt.
Markless will kind of walk back towards where the shallow pit he saw this whatever corner is, and then cast clean on this box.
Zeal's gonna be walking very quickly, and he'll occasionally like pass Markless and Merrick, and then realize he doesn't know where he's going. So then he'll slow back down. So like let y'all pass him, and then he'll get excited again. It'll just be like a back and forth until
Like
they
a
get there.
little dog.
Speaking of ducks.
Well, speaking of ducks, actually, yeah, Zeal, as they're leading you over, you realize this is one of like the first holes you had actually dug. It was a relatively small hole, but you're like, no, it couldn't have been over here. So you like kind of continued onward and started digging other holes. Markless, as you cast clean on it, you begin to remove a bit of the dirt and you uncover a bit more of what looks to be a relatively, I wouldn't say large box, maybe large enough to hold something like, a folded up tent kind of size, maybe a backpack. And we're talking like one of those really like relatively bigger backpacks that most adventurers would keep because it holds a lot of supplies inside of it. Those kind of size boxes.
Does that match what I remember?
It does.
Oh yeah, he's gonna go to like grab at it, and then see that you're still holding it, so he's gonna pull back, and be like, "Oh my god, that's it! Wow, you guys are really good at looking for things. I've been looking all day."
Well, I'm glad that we could help you. And he's gonna look down, realize he's still holding this, and is gonna like hand it to you with both hands.
Yeah, he'll grab it and he'll immediately drop on the ground in like a crisscross, and he's just gonna start digging through it.
All right. I'm going to send
And
you.
they're like, "Oh, I remember this, and I remember this, and yeah."
I'm going to send you an image of what you have. All of the stuff listed on it is within the. You'll see what I mean. I have to implement this into D&D Beyond later.
Oh my god, sick.
But all of the, the bold words are within that bag. So, do you want me to kind of describe what Zeal is kind of pulling out?
Yeah.
So you two, Merrick and Markless, it's going to be a minute before I get this in order. You watch as Zeal kind of pulls out what looks like a relatively fancier looking backpack. It seems a lot more ornate, well put together. You both being clerics, like without really needing to make an Arcana check, you can get that there is some sort of, although minor, magical sense coming from this bag. And as Zeal is like, taking the bag out of the box and opening up the bag seems to be holding a lot more supplies than what the bag seems like it should be able to hold, as they're pulling out what looks like clothes and water skins, a few kits of stuff, looks like some rope, a small cloak, some knives, just a bunch of different gear. Every individual piece seems to have, like, although not as strong as the bag itself, a very, very just minor trace of magic within them.
It's quite the valuable thing you found there.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's basically mine. So yeah, thanks. It's really cool.
What do you mean,
I don't.
basically yours?
Oh, I just mean like it in. Well, I remembered it, so it's mine.
That makes sense to me.
Hey, actually, I don't need these. Do you guys want these? And it's the clothes. He's gonna hand the clothes to just out.
Sure. Thank you very much.
They are clothes of mending.
Clothes of mending?
Yep.
Huh, cool. He's just gonna start shoving everything back in haphazardly, and then kind of like jump up and put it on his back.
Hey, between the two of us, we got a whole set of hair. You got the head and the mustache. I got the beard. Pretty cool.
We could be like a circus.
What do you think, Markless? You think I'm
Yeah.
cut out for the circus?
Uh, yeah, yep, Merrick,
I have great
I think you
dexterity.
can do anything.
Hey man,
Markless kind of
never.
just flashes back to the last time you tried to cross a little bridge and stumbled and fell.
Merrick is gonna. Is there like a little fence post he can hop on?
Not immediately nearby, but you know, it's not too many paces away. You could get to like the wall of the that's kind of surrounding the city.
Merrick is gonna go and hop on one of those posts. Be like, ah, see?
Make me an acrobatics or an athletics, your choice.
Yeah, I thought so.
I think
Oh,
I think you'd still have guidance
You should
from.
still.
I don't think it's been a minute yet.
don't need it. Not 20
Oh damn!
for 23.
Damn.
How does Merrick get up on the post?
Um, he does one of those things where he kind of puts one foot against the wall and kind of uses his momentum to kind of kick himself up. He pushes his arms against the top of the post and then puts one foot on the post, stands up and kind of like holds out his arms like ta-da, you know.
See, that's why you never underestimate something old. The more old something is, they're more powerful.
It's stat
Hey.
strength.
Watch it, kiddo. No one said I was old.
Oh, I'm sorry. I
Ah,
thought that's what old humans looked like.
no, you're right. You're right. I'm an older man, but hey, I got a young heart.
That doesn't sound healthy, but you do you.
Doesn't sound healthy.
Hey, you, what was your Zeal? You mind helping me down, please?
Yeah. He's just gonna try and pick him up and bring him down.
Make me a strength check to see if you can
Okay.
pick up Merrick.
And you said I could use actual dice, right? That was okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Did we settle on how many levels Zeal has?
Oh no. Is he fresh right now?
Do you want him to be, or do you want
I
him to
mean,
have one? I'll leave it up to you.
I like one. I like one.
All right. So in that case,
That would be
it would
in
be
straight strength, right?
Yeah, just a straight strength roll. So I don't think.
I will do
Oh,
disadvantage.
it will be disadvantage. Yeah, on all ability checks.
Yeah, it's any skill check.
Any skill check except
it
saving
was not
throws.
awful. 11. I rolled a 17 and an 8.
11. It's a little bit hard. You know, you've been somewhat hard at work digging all day. It's kind of taken a toll on your bones, but although you struggle a little bit at first, you are technically capable of helping Merrick off of the little post that he has gotten himself onto oh so gracefully.
There you go.
Yeah. Ah, thank you there, kiddo.
I would also mention, Markless, are you with them, or are you like still walking up on them after Merrick did that?
Yeah, I think Markless would have taken his time to walk over there. So by the time Merrick is off the post is when Markless would catch up with them.
Markless, you do notice, like, as Zeal is helping down Merrick, there are several people that are partaking in the market that is just on the other side of the wall, kind of like curiously looking to see what just happened, because there was an old man on the post of the wall, and they're now down, and as Zeal, like, kind of leads Merrick down, you can see a couple people slowly kind of tracing themselves out of the wall, just, like, curiously looking to see what's happening.
Ah, good. The market seems to be open, guys. Do we want to see if we can get some fresher food?
Oh yeah, I've
Oh,
been waiting for them to open all day.
Merrick?
Let's go.
praise
Or
my
I'm going at
dentist.
least.
I'm sorry, Cece, I don't
And
think I heard what you said.
oh, praise Mondantus. Yes.
Oh,
Let us go see what the market has to offer, eh?
all right. Well, uh, are you three walking together? I know Markless and Merrick is. Zeal, are you going with them, or are you kind of going off on your own?
He'll follow them. It's more like he's interested in an old man with a young heart and a possibly young man with an old heart are doing at the market. They seem pretty excited at the market. So he's like, I don't have much else to do. I got what I wanted. So we're gonna wait for another thing to pique his interest.
Fair, fair. So you three go ahead. You enter into the market. The market is relatively big for a town this size. It looks like a lot of people that typically run the shops within town are holding out little stalls here, helping to not only promote some of their businesses, but also just get rid of maybe back stock, things that aren't selling well in the store. So they're selling it for a bit cheaper out here in the market. Some folks from other towns, or maybe that live within the forest, like small elven tribes and whatnot, have gathered here to sell some of their wares, to bring back some new goods for their villages and their tribes. What is it you guys are looking for?
Zeal's gonna try to return the shovel because he's done with it.
All right. And Markless and Merrick?
What are you
Uh,
feeling,
looking
Markless?
for well, let's see if they have any fresh produce since we used up the rest of it on our way here.
Ah, smart lad. Yes.
Go for nice to have an apple if they have those.
All right. So, you two, Markless and Merrick, you guys are going to go look for basically just some fresh food to restock yourself, and Zeal is going to return the shovel. Um,
Yes.
we will go start with Markless and Merrick very quickly. Did you guys say, Smana?
Yeah, before we kind of split up, Markless is gonna turn to Zeal. I forget. Did you mention how tall Zeal was?
Um, that's a
I,
great question. I would say currently maybe
I don't love it currently.
he'll be 6 foot even. 6 foot even.
Oh,
Um, yeah, so Markless is gonna kind of look up at you, and say, would would you be interested in joining us for a meal, possibly, perhaps once we
Oh,
find some food?
I love food. Absolutely. I will join you guys for a meal. Yes, thank you. Oh, there's a
Heck,
thing in my backpack that makes water. So if you're thirsty, I can add to the meal.
oh,
Markless will just give
fantastic.
a small smile. Excellent. Shall we meet back up around here in say 20 or so?
Yeah, yeah, that sounds great. Oh God, I have so much. Oh, sorry. I also remembered that I have spices. Oh, this is exciting. Okay. I don't want the shovel anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of that. But yeah, I'll meet you guys back the spot right here.
It's always good to bury your shovels.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, that should take me less than 20 minutes.
I'm gonna go bury your shovel.
He's gonna go bury the shovel.
Okay. So
The old man's wise. He said to bury the shovel.
the old man did say to bury the shovel, so you two will watch as Zeal basically just kind of like not 360, 180s, and just walks back out the gate with the shovel in hand. You two, you go ahead, you begin kind of perusing the market. A lot of merchants are here. Some of them are selling just basic tools and weapons. Others seem to be selling, more minor stuff, such as specific parts of animals that could be used for any number of things, from alchemy to weapon making to armor smithing. Um, you do find a few food stalls, nothing fancy, nothing high end. You're not going to be getting anything cooked, but a good number of them are selling at least relatively fresh produce, if that is what you're looking for.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly what we were looking for.
Good, good. I am just like scrolling down to my little shop thing. Is it like, are you looking specifically for some fruits, vegetables, breads?
I feel like we have plenty of bread, so it'd be like the perishable fruits and vegetables we would be after.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you will go ahead, you will roll up to one of the merchants that you immediately see. Let me pick out one of these random butt fuck merchants. Don't want to voice that. I don't want to voice that. Yeah, sure, why not? So you roll up to a small stall ran by what looks like a human as well, kind of mid 30s or so. Um, he's male. He's got some strange, kind of wild gray hair, despite being relatively on the younger end of things. Some amber eyes. Standing around the same height as Zeal before him. As you guys kind of walk up, you can definitely smell that this man has uh, just the aroma of alcohol on him. But as you guys roll up, he immediately kind of like straightens himself out, kind of fixes his shirt. He seems a bit nervous about having a customer.
Um, Hello. Are you selling things?
Yeah, yeah, yes. I do have things. What kind of things are you looking for? Yes. Mhm.
Just like some apples and other vegetables if you have any of those. We just got into town ourselves and we're looking for some fresh food to take our minds off the rations.
Yes. I can provide those. Fruits, vegetables. You can see him like turn around, and there's like a couple of crates with like cloth over them. He goes ahead, like picks one up, puts it on the table, uncovers it. As you see into the crate, there's multiple like apples, some oranges, all kind of collectively stacked on top of one another. He starts putting some of them out. A good small variety of them. You know, the typical red apples, some yellow apples, more green Granny Smith esque apples. He pulls up like another one. This one has like some broccoli and some cauliflower.
Yeah,
Oh,
and Markless will kind of just start sifting through things, looking for not necessarily the best, but like nothing that's obviously rotten or bruised, but not taking his best product because he doesn't save it for someone else who needs it more.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Merrick is going to be picking out all of the cauliflower in the second box, sniffing it, kind of scrunching his nose and putting it back, as if he's testing to see if he likes any cauliflower smell when he doesn't like cauliflower.
All right.
You know, they
Cool.
say you gotta keep trying.
Is there something with my cauliflower? You're making a very disgusted look on your face. Has it gone bad? It doesn't look like it's gone bad. Maybe you can smell something on it.
Oh, well, your cauliflower actually looks quite nice. I don't like cauliflower.
Oh, okay. My bad. It just looked like the way you were smelling it, like maybe it had gone bad or rotten or something. I'm glad. I'm glad.
Oh,
I'm glad to
I'm
see that it's not the case.
I'm so sorry about that, sir. And he starts smelling broccoli, which he does like, and hands one or two stalks to Markless to see if Markless likes them.
Um, Markless doesn't really even check them. He just puts them with all the other stuff that he set aside, assuming that he's been asked to set it aside and not to check it.
am I still bearing the shovel, or am I with them at this point?
I would say that you just like you went out to one of the relatively deep holes right outside the gate, just kind of dropped it in there, just start shoving some of the dirt back onto it. Is would you have taken care of like properly putting all of the dirt back, or just like haphazardly throwing some of it on?
That's a good point. I think he would have started to walk back, but then he remembered that Merrick was like, "Dirt's important," and he was like, "I'll put it back." So then he'll start reluctantly putting it back. So never mind.
Okay.
That was a good point.
So you'll just continue. Are you doing it just for like the one hole, or are you gonna do the others like at a later
He'll
date?
do it for the big holes. Probably not like the little holes because whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, they're small holes. They're not that important.
Yeah, it's a small hole. Like that's just a bump in the road.
It's more like a pothole, if anything, and it's not like it's in the middle of the road. It's fine.
Exactly. So he'll do the big holes.
This me. Don't worry about it, Spada. Uh, so as you are digging up the holes, you two are how if you had to give me like a estimated number, how many of like the apples and oranges and like the broccoli? I know you said you handed like 2 broccoli over to Marcus.
Yeah.
Okay, imagine you're going grocery shopping, and that's the amount of groceries I'm buying.
Cool, that doesn't help. So like
Cool.
4?
Yeah,
Okay. Like 4 of each, or like a collective of like 4 apples, or like 2 apples, 2 oranges, 1 apple, 3 oranges. Like a total of 4, or 4 of each.
or each, because we have a guest for lunch.
Okay, so like 4 apples, 4 oranges, 2 broccoli. All right. Do you request anything else of the shopkeep? Anything else you were looking to buy, or are you satisfied with, the apple, oranges, and broccoli?
Sir, I have a question.
Yes,
Do you
yes.
perchance carry any types of berries, if you know what I'm saying?
Any types of berries? You said.
Oh, yes.
Well, I have some berries, but I'm not exactly sure what you are looking for. You'll see him pull out like a relatively smaller crate, but instead of like just kind of being filled to the brim with fruits and vegetables like the other two are, these ones have like much smaller little boxes inside of them, and you can see like it has a small, very small selection of either like raspberries or blueberries.
Um, can I make an insight check on this guy?
Yeah, sure, go ahead. What are you
I don't
trying
know
to
why he's
figure
so
out?
no, I don't. I just want to know, like, if he's just like he's just nervous in like social interactions, or if he's like, you know, trying to hide something, or if he's nervous he won't make enough money. Like, I'm
Mhm.
just
Yeah, go ahead.
24.
24. It's a bit of a collective of both, honestly. This guy does
Thanks.
genuinely seem just kind of like maybe introverted, like he was kind of told to come sell these products, but he's not exactly the most comfortable with doing social interaction. And you can definitely tell, like, the Roma was enough, but he is drunk, likely as a way to help him
Mm,
be able to talk, but all it's really done is kind of make him a stuttering mess.
um, realizing this, Merrick is just gonna kind of put on a bigger smile and just be like, ah, these berries look fabulous. Markless, one small thing of blueberries? And he like makes puppy eyes at Markless, like, please?
Yeah, yeah, um, if you want, um, I, yeah. And he kind of sighs, and as the peppy dice just keep happening as he kind of stammers through it. Um, yes, blueberries sound lovely.
Oh, fantastic! uh, how much do we owe you, sir?
Let me just take a look. And he starts like very rapidly like flicking his fingers around, kind of counting them up like in his head. You see him like look up to the sky, kind of start shaking his head a little bit. That'd be I'd say roughly about 13 gold.
Markless pulls out 15 gold and just hands it over.
he will take it. He'll start kind of counting up to make sure it's all there. Then he like looks at how there's 2 extra pieces. Sir, I think you may have accidentally given me 2 extra gold here. I can't accept any more than what is exactly required.
Oh, I'm so sorry then. My apologies. You can keep that as my apology for messing up the account.
You see him like hold up a finger and think about it. You can see him put the 13 gold that was required like away, and then he like slips the extra 2 like into his pocket, kind of like shaking his head up and down, like yes. Okay, yes, I can do that. Yes. Okay. Well, do you guys need like a small bag or anything to carry your supplies in?
That would be lovely if you have such a bag that you could give us. Would you also know anybody here that perhaps is selling cheese today?
Cheese. Well, I think there's not really a stall in town, but if you're looking for some really good cheese, yes, I believe there is one of the taverns. Yes, they sell some really good brie. Yes.
Well, thank you. And he'll uh, hold his hand. Well, he'll wait till the produce is bagged up and take the bag from this man.
Yeah, he will pull out like it's nothing fancy, just kind of like a small leather satchel almost, and he will like put the bigger fruits and vegetables like kind of near the bottom and put the little uh thing of or blueberries on top of it and then gently hand it over to you.
Yeah. Many thanks, good sir. May you have a successful market day.
Thank you. I hope you all have success with your travels, and I hope that you do get to enjoy some of that brie. By the way, I don't think I told you, but the inn in question is going to be called the Gauntlet in Anvil. Yes, it'll be kind of near the beginning. You'll notice like a park with a lot of small shops and dive bars and whatnot. Yeah, it'll be the one main tavern in that area.
Ah,
Marcus will kind of just give him
yes.
another nod of thanks.
I think Merrick will turn to Markless, kind of give him like a wink and a smile for his cleverness with giving the man 2 extra gold, and he's gonna take the bag of produce from Markless so that Markless has one free hand. Well done, kiddo.
Mel, would you say we have time to go to another stall, or are we running late for our
You'd have enough time, like if
luncheon?
you're looking to kind of peruse around real quick or do another shop. It's only been about 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Which how this is just a side note. I imagine how Zeal is telling time, because he doesn't have like a watch or anything, is he'll just randomly go up to people and ask them for the time. And so he's trying to keep track of how many minutes have passed since he originally asked.
Like going every 30 seconds after kicking in some dirt goes over. Hey, do you know how much time has
Yeah,
been
like
since I last
he'll
asked
fill
you?
a exactly. He'll fill a hole and be like, "Hi, how long has it been since I asked?"
It's been a minute. Okay. And then he goes back, fills another hole, comes back.
You're
It's
like,
been
"Cool, I
30
need another hole in."
seconds. Why are you two looking to just peruse around? Is there something in particular you're looking for?
Yeah, Marcus is just looking to um walk around the market and like greet every shop uh, merchant that he can and buy like something small from each store that stall of 1 or 2 gold pieces and just be a good presence.
Yeah. Uh, as you two, as Merrick like kind of following him.
uh, I think Merrick will like step back. He's seen Markless go to markets before. He kind of knows what he's doing, and he's just kind of looking at him like, ah, there's my boyo. Proud of him.
So he's just observing.
Yeah, I think he's probably back to like maybe like the middle of the market, and if there's like a stool or something, he's probably like sat down to rest his knees.
Okay. So Marklets, as you're kind of wandering about, you can hear a conversation going on over, not over where the food is, but a bit further up, kind of where more tools and whatnot would be sold. Um, you can see the stall owner is. Let me find her again because I had her thing up for a brief moment and then I closed it. What looks like a small half elf, or not half elf, halfling, barely even 3'3", medium length blonde hair, some amber eyes, kind of beige skin, talking where to another individual on the other side of her stall. GLaDOS, would you like to introduce your character?
My character is a 5 foot tall centaur. He looks like a deer in the more deer extremity, or the half extremity, like that. Is supposed to be a cervidae, and then the other half is just a normal human body that's like fluffy. Like he has a big beard. He has a like scruff around his face, like big mutton chops that just more so morph into a beard. He like his species is very like non-combative because they have Hoya or any type of species of plant they want to have grow on their antlers. So it's like a sign of like how competitive of like looks you are compared to the deer instead of like combativeness. He has plants growing. They're slightly impressive. They're beautiful, of course. He looks like a uh, a fallow deer, and he has horns that jut out from the front of his face and the back. And he also has spots that run down his body. He has some like leaves that grow around his face and antlers, but they never really get into his eyes, thank God. Um, yeah, that's about it.
As you're seeing this exchange, you can see what looks like a relatively big crossbow sitting on the market stall between the two of them. And the halfling has this look of not so much like exasperation, but just like almost sorrow. Look, I'm sorry, hun, but I can't. You don't have enough. These heavy crossbows, they're something expensive.
Right, Mello, is this a loaded crossbow or unloaded?
Unloaded.
Phew, okay.
Like it's just a crossbow, like
I had to
looking like
check.
there's supposed to be a purchase it going on.
He's like running his hands through his hair, and he's like looking at the person like, "Come on, I have to do this. I have things to do up in my village with this bow."
I understand, but uh, do you have 5,000 gold? These things aren't cheap to make.
I can trade you any pelt or rabbit that you want.
Unfortunately for me, regular hide isn't going to cover the cost of a heavy crossbow like this.
He just like stares at them, and he's just like, "Fine, I understand."
This is what like you're seeing and hearing all of this, Markless. If you want to do anything,
Um, there, there's a inside of Markless's internal world. There's a conflict going on where he was he felt bad and was wants to go over to help, but then he heard the 5,000 gold pieces and knows he doesn't have that much on him. and is like, what, huh? Okay, and then is going to just look over back towards Merrick, uh, to see if Merrick can instinctually give him any guidance in this moment on, or and Mundantis on how to navigate this moment.
Can Merrick see the? Is it like quite clear on Marclus's face that he's, having like an internal kind of conundrum?
Yes.
I think Merrick would come to his feet and come over and be like, having trouble choosing what tool?
I know what I need, but I can't get it.
It's just to
Oh,
just to confirm, were you
hello.
saying this to Merrick or to the centaur?
I was saying this to Marclus
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
because I didn't know that there was an issue over here.
Oh, I got you. Sorry.
I think we have a good hammer already, Marcus.
As Yeah, yes, we have a decent ham. It's just the I couldn't help but overhear, but um, this individual here trying to buy this crossbow, and apparently they don't have enough to afford it.
Mm.
So it sounds like they need it an awful lot.
How far away are the the two of us from the centaur?
Like 10 feet.
Okay. I guess Merrick will listen in for like a second or two to understand the situation a little bit better.
I'd say you're kind of picking up on the back end. It seems like, how would you describe the centaur kind of looking slash, what kind of vibes do they give off?
Me?
Yeah.
He has like bright orange hair, but it like goes into like the scheme of like a bright orange and like red, like deer looking. He is mostly just trying to. Do I tell you why he needs it?
No, it's more so like, as they're looking over at the centaur, is there like a general emotion that they're kind of portraying?
Yeah,
Like,
I think Mel is more asking for
Oh,
body expression.
yeah.
He's pretty upset because yeah, he's trying to get that to defend stuff.
I think Merrick will kind of just casually walk over and he's gonna be like, greetings. Oh, that's a mighty fine crossbow there.
Are you
It
saying this
is.
the centaur or the halfling, just to confirm? Or are you kind of saying it to both?
Just kind of out loud to both, to whoever's there.
Okay.
It is. I'm trying to get it.
Yes.
Mm.
Unfortunately, our friend here just doesn't have enough. These crossbows, especially these much heavier ones, they don't go for cheap.
Well, of course they don't go for cheap. I mean, it takes at least 4 to do the salsa. So, how much is this?
A regular price is 5,000.
Oh, I see. Anything special about this one?
It's brandly new made. It hasn't been used before.
I see. Hey, I'm sorry. What was your name? And he turns to the centaur.
He like turns to you and his hooves kind of redirect to like turn towards you. He's like, my name is Leafy.
Oh, Leafy. Wonderful name. Say, have you thought about getting a light crossbow? They're very effective and a little bit less costly.
Unfortunately, they do not take trades of pelt and meat.
Oh, I see. I see. Say, like Merrick's just like asking everybody's name. What's your name? To the shopkeeper.
As I just read what her name is. You can call me Lightfile.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Lightfile. It's like light,
Lights.
Ville.
Okay, light file. Oh, nice to meet you. My name's Merrick. Londantis bless you. Uh, is there any way you could perhaps put this beautiful heavy crossbow of yours on hold? Perhaps we can figure out some way to get these pelts and meat exchanged for gold that you need.
Look, the cheapest I can sell this sort of thing at most is maybe 3,500. That's that's as low as I can go, but if you are able to collect enough gold between selling your pelts and whatnot, then I'll buy it off of you.
Ah, well, that sounds fabulous. 3,500 gold, and just centaur, Branchy. Uh, I'm sorry. Come again with your name.
I believe it. They said it was Leafy, Merrick.
Leafy. Leafy. Yes. Ah, let's shall we help you find a way to convert your consumer goods into gold?
All right. Uh, Leafy, do you follow the this old man that just kind of rolled up on you?
And his younger companion.
And his younger companion?
Did GLaDOS need to step away for a second?
We need a loading screen animation for Leafy's brain.
Got a little Jeopardy music going on.
Oh
Oh,
no.
oh no, they died. Oh, welcome back.
And after 3 days, they have risen once again.
Just had to hibernate for a little bit.
Yeah, makes sense.
You okay, GLaDOS?
We cannot hear you yet.
Got it.
If you feel that way, we understand, but we'd rather you didn't.
It sounds like Leafy is speechless with our offer. I take that as a yes. Come, let us brainstorm. And he's
Oh,
gonna
her Bluetooth
put.
died. Give her a sec.
Okay.
It actually works out because while Zeal is filling in holes, y'all talking to a centaur. I have to pee.
Okay, yeah, we can quickly take a quick 5-minute break. We are at like about hour and a half. So yeah, we will be on BRB and we will come back.
I have of late, but whereafter I know not, lost all my mirth, forgone all customs of exercises, and indeed it goes so heavily with my disposition that this goodly frame, the earth, it seems to me a sterile promissory. This most excellent canopy, the air, look you, this brave o'erring firmament, this majestic roof fretted with golden fire, why, it appears no other thing to me than a foul and pestilent congestion of vapours. And what a piece of work is a man! How noble in reason! How infinite in faculties! In form and moving, how to express! And admirable! In action, how like an angel! In apprehension, how like a god! The beauty of the world, the paragon of animals, and yet to me, what is the quintessence of dust? Man delights not me, no, nor woman neither, though by your smiling you seem to say so.
Am I insane?
No.
I feel like I just went
What?
insane.
Was that 50
That was
Shades of
impressive.
Grey? I've never read that, but that sounds like a 50 Shades of Grey.
That was really, really impressive.
That's Hamlet.
Oh, I read
I
Hamlet like once and that was it.
performed Hamlet in high school. I'm embarrassed now.
Markless professional yapper.
Oh, if you want to pay me for that to make that statement true, go ahead, give it, fork over the money.
Fork over the money.
Hey, we don't talk like that, Marcus. Although I
But
did just
fork
say
over half of your money.
At least a few gold.
Toss a coin to your yapper, oh valley of plenty.
Alright. So, Leafy,
Yes.
what do you think about the 3,500 gold for your pelts and your meat?
It sounds like a good deal, but selling that much in one day seems impossible.
Yeah. We must go brainstorm. Think of ideas. I mean, nothing comes easy.
Unfortunately, it does not.
Why? And he's going to walk away, hopefully with Leafy and Markless following him.
His little hooves clickety clackety along with.
We will just say Markless is going as well because I see Smada muted, so he might be preoccupied. As you guys are going ahead, you guys are kind of heading back out. Zeal, I would say around now is kind of when you have finished filling in most of those bigger holes.
Okay, cool. Then he'll just kind of like walk back and wipe it off his hands. And see them. And if are they near the spot or are they walking a different direction?
I think they would be heading in that direction. Like they're not there officially yet, but they are making their way to it, and you would see them.
Okay, cool. He will lightly jog to the meeting spot they agreed.
Zeal, right on time.
Yes, I am getting better at that.
That's we have
Oh,
another.
is that what we're eating?
No. This is our new friend, Leafy.
Hi.
He's just like staring down at him and he's like, what is that thing?
Down, bitch. You said 5 feet. You're looking up.
Oh, true. What is that thing?
What is that?
You know, they do the classic short thing where one person gets down on their back and
God, Zeal would
the
do
other
that
person's.
though. Oh, he so would. Oh well. Hi. I'm Zeal, and he will put both hands out.
He's just like, what are you doing? What are you trying to hug me right now?
Oh no, they you hold hands when you meet people. Okay. He'll put his hands in his pocket.
He's just like, what is this? He's so confused.
True. It's of good respect to hold hands and shake them up and down.
We do not do that.
Well, I hope you eat because that's the whole goal here. Or you're gonna have a lot of problems.
Yes, Leafy, we were just about we had made lunch plans with Zeal here. If you want to join us, that we'd love to have you. But
If there's fish involved or leaves, I will go.
Um, I don't know that we have that on hand.
Well, I mean, he's gonna turn around and just go grab a handful of leaves from a tree and come back.
I'm not gonna stop him.
He's
Mello, is there like a park bench type thing that we can all gather around?
I wouldn't say there's really any benches. Like there might be there's no table benches. There's like a few small benches for people to sit on, but nothing big enough that would, first of all, support all four of you, considering one of you is also a centaur, so that's a bit awkward for these sorts of things. And there isn't really like a good place, like if you were all to find a place to all sit down around, it wouldn't be big enough to take care of all the food. Your best bet, honestly, would, excuse me, I had a burp hiccup, would probably just go maybe to the tavern that you were recommended. There's definitely going to be at least tables in there.
Yeah, then Marcus will. I'm assuming that in when he was going about earlier, before he stumbled upon Leafy, he might have asked for directions to the tavern from the people he chatted up.
Yeah, they would have given him, like, you did get the name of the tavern, so when you mentioned it, yeah, most of them were kind of like, oh yeah, you just, you go, I guess if we're thinking north is that way, so you just keep going eastward, and then as you go eastward, you'll notice like a small corner with a couple of stores. You just go ahead and take a left on that street, and then you'll come upon the tavern just a few blocks away.
It's the Gauntlet of the Anvil, right?
Yes, Gauntlet in the Anvil. Or the Gauntlet and Anvil. But yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Do they? So what is? Do they have like with such like a recognizable name? Would they have any kind of like structure outside or like banner at the top like representing that at all?
For like the inn?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would, so I guess counter, not really a counter question. How long has Zeal been here? Like been in town?
I wasn't thinking more than like a day or two with him having one of his
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. So we can say that maybe he has seen it. He's probably been over in the general area of where like the tavern and all these different bars are, kind of because it's like a bit more on the other side of town. It's not a very big town, so it doesn't take long to get from one point to another. But a lot of like these bars and taverns and whatnot, they usually have like either some sort of hanging sign that has the name of the tavern or bar, imprinted on off to the side, or maybe it's just like right above the doorway. Usually an easily recognizable and seeable sign to help indicate where you are.
All right, folks. To the inn.
Yep. Marcus starts kind of leading them to the inn, but like as as they're walking, he misses a couple turns, and
Oh,
he just kind of
if you're looking for the end, I know how to. I know how to get there. That's not the right way.
Oh,
But if you're going somewhere else, I mean, you can find really cool stuff if you don't go the right way. So.
no, sorry, I must have lost track some of there. Please, if you know how to get there, we just got here in town, so I don't know our way around. But
Oh yeah, it's
sorry,
really cool.
so
Lights are really
sorry.
low, so it's kind of relieving. And he's gonna lead them to the end.
All right.
And as they go in, he will kind of like probably not well, but he'll try to like go behind the door for a second or something, and then mutter under his breath, and then pull a hood up, and he'll be back in his original outfit, but with the hood up, and like pulled down.
Okay. Yeah. Uh, does anyone kind of like immediately follow him in, or do they kind of like let him go in first and duck behind the door for like a few seconds before the door
And
opens up the rest of the way?
also, when he comes out, he'll probably look a little bit more relaxed.
I mean, I would think if we're all heading in to have a meal together, we would just sort of file in.
Mm.
Yeah, Marcus kind of just stands there at the end, outside once we stop walking. Not necessarily waiting for something, just standing there for a bit.
I believe it would be worth noting that like about I'd say about an hour has passed from when you guys first got out to like where you met Zeal up until now or so. Um so as you guys are kind of like approaching it, you can hear what sounds like music coming from the inside of the tavern, but unlike most taverns, at night there's a lot of loud cheering and the clinking of ale drinks and whatnot. There isn't so much noise coming from within here. It does seem to be open. After all, there's music playing on the inside, but there's not a whole lot of chatter going on about with inside. And as you guys do go ahead and go inside, Zeal, I will say that is able to happen for you for the sake of it. Um,
Sweet.
you do notice, like, okay, this is a relatively small, more kind of cozier sort of tavern. At most, there's like 4 tables here. Um, and there's like 3 or 4 individuals that you can see inside. You can see what looks like some form of a maid kind of sweeping up some of the floor. There's a bartender behind the bar serving another patron, and one other individual, the source of the music. Aqua, if you'd like to introduce your character.
So, as your eyes are drawn towards the sound of a flute playing in the corner, you see a man standing maybe between 4 and 5 feet tall, clad in leather from head to toe, and a large sun hat that covers the majority of his head. But on his hair, you could see things hanging from where they've been braided in, like bells and ribbons and such. And he has a deep red tone to his skin.
All right. As you guys kind of walk in, you can take all of this in. Where are you going?
Um,
Oh,
could I give a bardic inspiration to each 4 that have walked into the bar?
I don't know if you have enough bardic inspirations.
I gave me
It
4 slots.
should
I
be
don't know if
to
I'm
his
allowed to use them.
it should be to his charisma bonus.
If
So
that,
this should be just enough if he has +4.
yeah, what is your charisma bonus?
+4.
+4. Okay, then you should
And
have enough.
just to clarify, that bardic inspiration is a 1d6 onto a failed d20.
Oh, is it failed now?
Oh, are you doing new bard?
Yeah, maybe.
As a bonus action, you can inspire another creature within 60 feet of yourself who can see or hear you. That creature gains one of your inspiration dice. When the creature fails a d20 test, the creature can roll the inspiration die and add the number rolled to the d20, potentially turning it into a success.
Okay, cool. Yeah, they just reworded it. That's neat. I like that.
All right, and you guys will have it for I don't think it's
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 usually 10 minutes.
I'm
But
looking.
did they remove that in the new?
It looks like there is no time limit on it.
Hmm. How are you gonna roll that?
This is the new bard you said?
It
Like
just
the
says within the next hour.
within the next
Oh,
hour?
they upped it to an
Okay.
hour. Okay.
Okay, yeah, once within the next
Um,
hour when the creature
do
fails
we
a d20.
feel that happen or like see anything, or is it just innate? Or like do we see like magical effect or I don't know, feel like an energy?
Yeah, how do you want to do it? I'm just gonna call you Iggy for now until I get more used to the character's name.
So you feel inspired by the soft melody of a flute in a rather bustling slow town that is always moving. It just seems like a rather haunting melody that inspires hope.
Um, Mello, what I remember from my particular history, I figured there wouldn't be too much history quite yet, but would he remember an instrument at all in any of those moments?
Oh, absolutely. I would say
What's a
um
flute be?
upon like kind of hearing a flute, you do there are like little sparks of memory of individuals who would play music throughout their travels and use it as a way to potentially help uplift others, either just to bring up the mood or maybe give them some weird sort of protection ability or whatever
Okay.
it did. It seemed like it was beneficial.
And Aqua, are you playing a well-known song or are you like playing an original?
I'm playing a not well-known song,
Are you, are you
but
you
it is
can
like a known song.
also
Okay.
coin to your yapper.
I have so a little bit of character backstory. I have two books in my inventory that do nothing for me, but canonically, one is like a bunch of older like war tales from the elves and dwarves, and then the other one is mostly history and poems and poetry.
Oh, that's so fun. Yeah, I was imagining that if he recognized the song, he would just kind of start humming along to it with the inspiration hitting him, and if he doesn't, he would start to guess where it's going, whether it's accurate or not.
Do you want to make me a history roll to see if your character might
Sure,
remember this?
I will make a history roll. That will be a disadvantage.
Yep, that would be.
I like to do funky things to my characters. Oh no, I forgot my history modifier. Well, it's a 4.
Uh,
I rolled a 6 and a 7.
You definitely have heard the song before.
yeah, you
In fact, it
absolutely
goes.
remember this song.
Yeah, he's just humming with full confidence.
"Da-na-na-na-na, na-na-na-na,
Like, oh, sick, I love this part.
just wanna ba-da-da-da-da-da-da, just wanna make you understand. Ba-da-da-da-da-da.
You three that are
Oh
traveling with
wait, I have
Zeal.
inspiration. It's too late. We're past it.
I don't know if a D6 is gonna fully help here.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll save it. We'll save it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll save it. You three do notice Zeal is humming, but they are humming basically a completely different song that doesn't even sound like it would be played by a similar instrument. It sounds like they're more so humming like something you'd hear someone on a drum play, not a flute, not a woodwind of any kind.
I would like to pick up on this, and I shift my music and start following Zeal's melody instead.
Okay, make me a performance check
Okay, how
to
do I
see
do that?
how. So if you see the performance under your skills, you would just click
Yep.
on the little bonus next to it, and it would roll the die for you with that bonus added to it.
Okay, I got a 12.
You got a 12 total. Uh, uh, you kind of pick up on what Zeal is doing. No, I don't think you would know them by name, but um, can I get you to make me a history check real quick as well?
7.
7. All right. You may have heard rumors here and there of like
We're gonna give you up and let you down.
you've heard like
Yeah.
rumors here and there of like a weird, tallish, darker person that's been here for like the past day, maybe two. You haven't seen this person with your own eyes. This is your first time kind of laying your eyes upon anyone that might have fit that description. But I mean, they must be a bard. They know a song, so you're gonna try and follow their lead.
Hey.
And you do kind of fumble for a bit. You know, you're still going in the original key that you were going with, but it does take like a moment or two as you slowly begin to transition over to kind of follow the same rhythm that the this tall dark figure is humming.
I'm gonna say something casually like, I didn't know your kind liked music.
Uh, my kind? I mean, people. I thought people just like music.
I mean, I like music.
You're very
Seems
good
like
at
you
it.
like the music.
Yeah. No, it's very good. Music's great. It invokes memory and emotion, and that's pretty cool.
This is not music I enjoy.
Well,
Feel like it's
okay.
recognition.
Make your own music then.
You mind
I
if
do.
I take a seat here? I've been playing all day, and I could use a sit me down.
Oh, it's not my table.
Well, I sit down and I put my flute away.
Uh, welcome. Who might you be? I'm Markless. This is um, Merrick, the Leafy.
Hey there.
Zeal.
Hello.
You guys are quite the strange tag group to come in here all at once. Are you traveling together?
I do not like to be called strange.
I
No,
apologize.
no.
I mean nothing forward.
Oh, I just met them. They helped me out of a hole.
A hole?
Yeah. Yeah, I was in a hole and they helped me out.
Like a well or
No, like a hole. Like a like a dirt hole.
I look at you and then I look back at them and then I look at you again and I just nod my head.
I don't think I mentioned how tall Markless is. He's like 5'6". Significantly shorter than this 6 foot.
How tall
Yeah, I
is
guess that is significant.
how tall is Merrick?
Merrick is about 5'10",
Oh, okay.
like
And
5'9", starting to get a little shorter with the years.
Gladys, you said you were around 5 foot.
5'5".
5'5". Okay. So like just a hair under Markless, and you said Iggy you were between 4 to 5 feet.
Yeah.
Oh my god! I think this is the first time in any of my games where there hasn't been like a character significantly smaller than anyone else.
Yeah, I think so.
Like we have a 12-foot tall spider lady in the Tuesday game, and like an 8 foot tall person, and a couple of 6 feet tall folk. But then at the opposite end, like a couple of people down in like the 3 foot range. And then the Tuesday has a lizard folk that's just growing every time they rage, and a literal fairy. So
That's very fun.
the most normal sized group I've ever done had
Well, who knows? Maybe Zeal
will grow
or shrink.
or shrink, becomes a halfling,
He could.
kills the halfling. Takes him
Yeah,
out.
no, he'll sit down. Just he'll sit down, but strangely, he'll try to do it casually, but he'll try to position himself away from any light source, so he's still kind of like shadowed a little bit, if he can.
Okay. Do the rest of you take a seat at the table?
I can. He just kind of stands next to the table and does like the thing where they like stand on like one foot and the other ones are just chilling.
Mm-hmm. So like propping
I think
yourself up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Merrick would have, instead of sitting down, would have walked over to the bartender, kind of leaning on the bar a little bit, just being like, hey there, I'm Merrick. What's your name?
You go ahead. You lean on over to the bartender. God, there's a lot of halflings in here. Goddamn. You see a relatively I'd say older looking halfling male. They have like braided up, kind of medium length, dark orange hair, not exactly red, but it's starting to get into that kind of gradient range. With some green gray eyes. Oh, God, is there like any in particular? I don't have a voice for this character.
Make him British.
I cannot do. I can't do British.
Scottish.
Scott. I can't do it on command. God damn it. Oh, excuse me. I'm bad at this, man. I ain't no voice actor. Hey.
That's my voice.
No, fuck. I'm going with the. I'm going with it. Hey, my name is Ifas. How you doing? How you doing?
Oh, hey there. Not too bad. How coming?
I'm sorry. You kind of cut out there. What's coming?
I asked him how the night's coming along.
Oh, is it okay? Then I come along. It's pretty early in the day. We're gonna get that dinner rush later. I'm all sorts of excited. It looks like you met Iggy over there. Yeah, Iggy's a good performer. He makes all sorts of good money. Yeah, I can tell you that much. So, what's up? You looking for a drink? You looking for some food? What you looking for?
Oh, yeah, we just kind of met a bunch of. God dang it, Melly, you're throwing me off now. We met a bunch of people in this town, kind of settling in for a bit of a meal. Yeah, Iggy seems very talented. I felt kind of lighter when I heard the music.
Oh yeah, no, he's real good about that. I get a lot of people coming in here saying that the Iggy's music gives them a good pep in their step. Feels like they could take on a whole army. Granted, I wouldn't suggest
Oh,
it. Probably ain't that good of music if I'm being honest. He ain't
Hey.
no god tier over here, but he is certainly gonna make you feel energized throughout the night.
well, I won't tell Iggy you said that.
You know, like, can I hear this conversation?
What's your passive perception?
Um,
It'll be under your main stats.
They put it under senses.
Ah, right.
Yeah, they moved it.
So
senses?
look where your saving throws are. Right below it, it'll be like passive perception, passive investigation, passive insight.
Oh,
And then it'll have like your vision stuff. Okay.
So you have a 12. If you want to make a perception or an investigation check to see, like, are you going to be studying them, or are you just trying to see if you passively can hear what they're saying?
I just want to know if I could passively hear what they're saying because they're in the same room, right? Just like over at the
Yeah, they're just over
other
at the
table.
bar, whereas you guys are like at a table kind of closer to the door. So I don't think you'd fully hear what's being said, but you can definitely tell that the tavern owner, this guy. He means good. He can be a bit blunt about things, but he's overall a pretty relatively chill guy.
I want to pipe up and be like, "Hey, are y'all gonna be spending the night here?"
Oh, I've been
Oh,
sleeping in the woods.
I usually just sleep outside.
I want to follow it up. I'm gonna say, if you wouldn't mind, if it's not too much trouble to ask you for, if you could cover the cost for a drink and some food, it'd be the least I could ask for the music I've been supplying.
Are you saying this to the tavern owner or to the people around?
To the round, to the group that just sat down.
Are you
I do
trying?
not owe you anything.
I could make you water here, and he'll take his backpack off and dig back into it, trying to find where he put it, and then he'll pull out the water skin that's in it. That makes and then he'll be like, are there any cups on the table or not yet?
Not quite yet. The bartender is
Yeah, he'll
still
look
talking.
around and be like, do you wanna like cup your hands or
Uh, I just
you
kind
can
of
drink
look
straight
at
from
him
it.
slowly.
Actually, I don't really. That's fine.
I just look at him slowly, and I just kind of shake my head.
I wasn't prepared for this. Here, and he'll just hand the water skin to you.
And
I don't know how it works yet. I just found this, or I just got it today.
I just hold the water skin, and then I slowly set it down, and it's like no, this will be okay.
He's gonna look around. Does he see any empty cups?
Uh,
I think
was someone saying something before? Did I cut someone off?
no, sorry.
Oh, okay. Uh, looking around, most of the tables seem to be cleared off. It doesn't seem like it's been very busy. I'll say like you may see like two mugs sitting over on like one of those like smaller sidebar tables.
Yeah. He'll go look and see if it looks clean.
And it looks relatively clean. You don't know how recently it's been washed, but it doesn't look like there was like any remnants of a previous drink inside of here.
Yeah, then he'll bring it over. And be like, my bad.
I'm just gonna sigh and pass the water skin back because I already know what's coming.
Huh. Well, okay. And then he'll fill the cup up with water and drink it.
By the way, Max, thank you for the raid. Merrick, if you're here. Okay, you're here.
Yes.
Uh, so what? Going back to what those two were talking about. What are you looking to ask the bartender?
I think first I'm just gonna ask him if he would let us use some of the bar's like plates and utensils. Um and if we could just have, like some mashed potatoes or something since we've kind of brought our own food.
I mean, you know what? Yeah, go ahead. I'll bring out a couple of plates and cups for you guys. It looks like one of your friends went and grabbed one of the cups off the side table. It should be clean enough. Yeah, I'll bring you guys the rest of some plates and whatnot. Yeah, it looks like you guys brought some of your own foods. Mashed potatoes, mashed potatoes. My cook isn't in just yet, but he should be showing up here just about any moment now. So when he gets in here, I'll have him start making some potatoes for you guys. How's that sound?
Oh, that sounds wonderful, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, it's no problem. You know, a traveler always is gonna be hungry. They need a rest. I understand. I understand. I'll go get those for you. And he like kind of bounces off of one of the chairs behind the counter and starts like kind of making his way.
I guess Merrick will walk back over to the table and sit down with everybody.
Hey, Zio will look at Barrack. Just say, hey, welcome back. Did you have a good talk?
Oh, yeah, bartender seems like a real swell guy. He's gonna let us use some of the plates and utensils, and when their cook gets in, we'll have some mashed potatoes.
Oh, sick. think I remember those.
What do you mean?
Oh, they sound familiar. They're like ground food, right? Like vegetables, but like beaten.
Breaking
No,
Merrick's mind.
is that not right?
I missed the very last part. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry. You just said badly described mashed potatoes, just like they're beaten up.
Yeah.
Same food, different texture. That's exciting.
Yeah, I guess mashed potatoes kind of have a they have a hard time in life, getting all beat up and stuff. Ugh. Hey, anyone know any priests in the town?
Not me.
Why do you need a priest?
I'm not a priest.
Whoa, I'm just asking now.
Me
Trying
and
to get
priests don't
familiar
get
with the
along.
place. What did Iggy say?
Me and priests don't get along.
Oh, you neither? Yeah. I kind of keep a berth.
You need to
No,
pray.
not there's um, not that there's anything wrong with priests. It's just
It's not their fault. We believe in different gods.
I wouldn't go that far. I just avoid most.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Um,
Didn't mean to step on
no,
anyone's
you're
knees or
fine. I just
anything.
wish I could help you. I could
Ah,
probably ask around.
hey, you know what? That would be really great. I would
Sure.
appreciate that.
He's gonna down his cup like you would a mug of ale, but it's just water. Slam it down, and then just start asking people in the tavern if they know where a priest is at.
The only other person, like other than you guys and the bartender, there was like
Yes.
one other.
Hey.
Hmm? What's up?
No.
The only other person in the bar that looks like you could talk to would probably be the chambermaid. Uh,
Okay.
and as you approach it, it is not just a chambermaid. That man is not a maid. First of all, that looks like he's a bit too big for this quote unquote maid outfit. Um, they honestly resemble more almost like a genasi, but you can see their skin has, it isn't as rocky textured as most earth genasi tend to be. You can definitely see some more like squishier skin, fleshy compared to most genasi, but they do have like big shoulder plates, and uh, good portions of their legs seem a lot more rocky and stone almost textured and colored. This one seems to be kind of like a more uh, uniodized copper sort of color.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that. Yeah, he will. Excuse me. He will kind of give them a look at first because whoa, not used to people being around the size that he is currently. Um, and then just be like, "Hi, uh, do you look like you work here? So you've probably been here for a while. Do you know any priests? I don't know what
Priests.
kind of priests, just priests in general."
I I don't know many priests, no, but I know of a church in town.
Okay, that sounds close enough. Um, cool. Where is it?
You just go south of here. You head outside the main city walls. Kind of a small little living space over there. There's a communal church. No god in particular, just kind of a resting place for those of other churches coming on through town to go and do their prayers and whatnot.
Okay. Yeah, priest probably there. Thank you so much. Um, rocking the fit. You look awesome. And he's gonna turn around.
He will give you like a thank you and a nod. I went with one of the Minimamushis because I forgot to put them into the town generator before I made the town. So it was gonna be just a young female halfling that likes to have sex apparently as one of her personality traits, and I didn't want to keep doing
Huh.
fucking. It's some weird personality traits they be giving out here.
Yeah, I think I like yours more. Yeah, no, he'll go back to Merrick and relay that information as he sits back down. And during that whole conversation, he would have kept his head kind of more tilted
I
tilted down.
will give you. I'll put the name of the district that it would be located. I don't think he mentioned the district, but I meant to mention it. So,
Oh, okay.
um,
So is there any particular reason you guys are looking for a priest? Like, are you...
Um, I think, but just before Zeal gets back, Merrick's gonna kind of turn to like Markless and be like, looking forward to some mashed potatoes? It's been a while.
As someone finally gets Marcus's attention, he's gonna kind of not necessarily jump, but in that sense that he wasn't fully there in the moment, and it gets back. Sorry. What was that? What was that, Merrick? I didn't quite hear what you said.
Merrick kind of tilts his head and looks at you a little closer. Grabs like a mug of water that Zeal had and slides it over to you, and it's just like, we're gonna get some mashed potatoes later.
Oh, that's good. I meant to ask for the cheese, 'cause that's why we were here.
Oh,
Did
the
did we get any
cheeses!
cheese?
Jesus! I forgot to ask. Don't worry. I'll be right back.
No, it's okay. And as like too softly to stop Merrick as he leaves. Oh, okay. Um, and he'll start taking out the apples and the oranges and the broccoli that we'd gotten, and pulls out some of the rations of probably some crackers or anything, and starts kind of just doing basic meal prep for.
My mouth starts drooling as I see all of this coming out of a backpack.
What?
Leafy, you said that you had some meats. Would you be willing to let me buy some of those off of you for lunch?
How much is currency in this universe?
everything is converted into gold.
Right. So would 2 gold be a lot?
2 gold would be like 2 pennies.
Oh. What would be like $5?
500 gold.
I think they're more
Okay.
asking how much could they sell meat for you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think I have food.
Keep in mind, I was able to buy 4 apples and 4 oranges and 2 broccoli and a thing of nope, not grapes, blueberries
Blueberries, yeah.
for 12 gold pieces.
Yeah. Typically, protein can sometimes be a little bit more expensive.
Oh, absolutely.
So my
Absolutely, I tried.
Apple
what
Pelusi.
kind of meat would you have if you had to guess?
Weasel, rabbit, raccoon,
We're about to eat coon.
and like wild pig.
Okay. So for typical small game, one small game like general meat source would cost about 4 gold, and for
Okay.
like boar or pig, it would be 8 gold per meat piece.
Okay. So that's 200 gold for this?
Oh,
No. They told you the 2 and the 8. Or
Are
the
you
4 and the 8.
multiplying by how much meat you have on you? Because Marcus is not looking to buy your entire stock.
Right. I meant like for one rabbit, how much would that be?
one rabbit would be one rabbit would only be 4 gold. Like it would be worth
Okay.
4 gold, and then one pig would be worth 8 gold.
Okay. It would be 8 gold. Or, sorry, 4 gold for a pig.
4 gold for the rabbit, 8 gold for the pig.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 8 gold for the pig and 4 for a rabbit.
Marcus is gonna look around. We got Marcus, Merrick. Does it look like Iggy would eat
Iggy's
rabbit?
drooling.
He's drilling over food
Does it look like Zeal eats rabbit?
Profusely drilling.
profusely.
I don't
What?
know if you could tell. Zeal looks weird. Or I guess that's up to you and Mello, because he doesn't have the mustache on right now.
I think Zeal isn't there at the moment because this would be happening as Zeal is talking to the chambermaid. So I think it'd be a case of like Zeal's heading back to you guys as Merrick like just walked away from the table.
All right, then can I do like a history insight on when the interactions I've had with them throughout the day to see if if they're a non-vegetarian?
Sure. Make me history or insight, and I'll leave it up to you, Jesse. Like depending on what the result, what he may have gathered from the interactions.
Okay.
It's a 17
That's for
on
insight.
for insight.
I would say from the past conversations you've had from him and like looking at him, he seems pretty eager to try most things.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess with an insight, that's really the most I can really like describe. I can't really think of like think it by reading a person that you've known for like an hour.
No, but that's a good answer
yeah.
that for what
And he was
that
pretty stoked about the spice pouch.
He was stoked about spices.
Yep. So Marcus is gonna count out 20 gold and do you have 5 rabbits? Be willing
I
to
do. Could I have a cart outside?
I would say yes. Like probably not a big cart, just small enough that you can carry kind
Like
of
a
your
wagon.
game.
Yeah, like carry it around like a little pony.
Yeah.
You don't have him like strapped to your flank.
I probably have a few like weasels on my back at the moment, but not anything else.
Opens a centaur trench coat. Just has a bunch of rabbits hanging from chains.
You like to buy a game.
You want to buy a pocket game?
Okay, so can I like go outside and get it?
Yeah, you can go ahead.
Okay. So he goes outside and he goes to his cart and uncovers it. And are they civilized enough to have ice, or is that not a thing?
I would say yes, but I'm not sure how much ice you would have.
I mean, if you're planning to sell cooking meats, what people did back then, still do today, is you'd salt them so they'd be
Yeah.
preserved longer. So
Okay,
you wouldn't have
he
to worry about
probably
ice.
have them salted.
Yeah, I definitely
Okay,
see them having salt.
So they're like dried meats.
Yeah.
Say wet, moist meat in the freezer isn't really a thing. And I mean, I guess it's fantasy, so it could be whatever Mello wants, but
True. So he grabs it was 5 rabbits, right?
yes.
Okay, and he puts it all on his back, like perfectly so they don't fall off. And then he comes right back in and he slaps them all on the table. Here you go.
Thank you. And Marcus hands over a stack of 20 gold.
He grabs it with his hoof hands and like puts it into his bag of coins, and you can hear it jostle when it gets in there.
It's a question. When you say hoof hands, are those
No.
different from your hands that have fingers that are normally part of centaurs? Are like your front 2 hooves? I'm
No.
just trying to picture what you mean by hoof hands.
Like he has fingers, but like where you would have fingertips, he would have like mini little hooves.
So when he drums his fingers, it really makes a sound.
Okay,
Yeah.
so maybe so it makes a little bit more sense. Like his fingernails are like a little thicker, yeah, and like the kind of starts
I'll
to
show you.
resemble like a
I'll draw it
horseshoe.
real quick. Here,
I'll
Okay.
show you.
Yeah, I need something to because this is very hard to imagine.
Okay, give me a sec.
I'm just imagining my fingertips just suddenly turn like trapezoid, and I just like
I
click
was like,
them.
he just has thimbles. He just permanent thimbles on his hands.
Goes to grab a crossbow, just slips out of his hand. Oh yeah, Cece, I forgot about that gif.
Um, so I guess meanwhile, Merrick is going to the bartender and just like, um, hey man, I'm so sorry to do this to you, but I heard that you guys had amazing brie cheese. Is that true?
Yeah, no, we got lots of good cheese. Yeah. Did you want to try some alongside your mashed potatoes?
Oh, that would be so wonderful. Yeah, let's get some brie with the mashed potatoes. You know how they say cheese is the apple of the potato?
He's gonna look at you and just be like, yeah, that's something they say. Um, so just as a warning, the brie here ain't exactly always the cheapest. How much brie are you wanting? You know, you want just a few slices, or you wanted a whole thing of the brie?
Oh, he looks back over, um, and kind of stares at Leafy for a second, because he's like, do centaurs eat dairy? And then it's just like, hmm.
Does he have
Uh,
a man's stomach and a horse stomach or deer stomach?
Yes,
uh,
they can eat sweets, but they can eat sugar, but they can't eat lactose. I don't think.
how much would five slices be?
Let's see. 5 slices would be just 100 gold.
Oh,
How much would 2 slices be?
20. No,
All right.
40, 40, 40. That's me miscounting. 40.
Uh, yeah, I'll go grab some gold right now. Be right back.
Sure thing.
He's gonna come over to Markless and be like, Markless, 2 slices of their brie. Is 40 gold.
It's not it's quite good. Yes. And Marcus kind of pulls out 40 gold and hands it to you.
Alright, Merrick's gonna go over and give him the 40 gold.
You go ahead, you hand over the 40 gold, and in return, as he puts the gold down, he pulls out. I just need to quickly double check something.
Oh, um, Merrick, before you go, would you mind asking him if he would let us use his stove tops? And I think someone said that his cook was out at the moment.
Ah, yeah, that's a good idea, but we're asking a lot of him. Perhaps we should ask him to join us? Just for
It's a
dinner?
it's a great idea, but
Alright.
I'm sure.
He did say that the cook would be in relatively soon as well.
I don't know if I knew that part.
Uh, would,
Yeah, I don't think I told him.
okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Um, so he'll go back over and kind of give him the 40 gold and then ask about using their stovetops, but also invites him to dine with them.
As he pulls out what looks like two, I wouldn't say like big, they're kind of on the smaller end wheels of brie cheese. He's like taking out almost like one of those like little paint scraper-esque knives as he uses it to kind of like cut, individual slices into the cheese and put them out. They're called serving spatulas. Yeah, that's what they're normally called. uh he just kind of puts the slices on like really tiny They look like fancy glass dishes, but in reality, they're kind of just your bog standard dishes that have like a small print of a leaf on them, and like that's it. Um, I'm I'm sorry, my cook don't really like too many people going in and using his stove, but he should be here within like the next 5 minutes or so. So, uh, do you have stuff you want cooked?
Um, yeah,
You-
I think someone brought some meat, but offer for you to join with us. Hey, still stands.
No, I don't worry about it. I gotta run things back here. But there is one thing you guys look like the adventuring sorts. Maybe a group party. Maybe you take an Iggy with you. I'm not really sure what's going on here, but
Uh,
on the off chance that you guys are, we do have a bounty board. Not so much a bounty board, but more just like a quest board. It's very small. Uh, we did have like a couple of people come in here, put up a few things recently. If you guys are looking to help make any sort of extra money or whatever, just go ahead and check it out over there. I will say, usually it takes about 1 gold to go ahead and just, take a quest off.
okay. So cost 1 gold to take on a quest.
Yeah.
Ah, thank you for your help so much. You're running a great place here.
Hey, thank you. I
Uh,
try my best.
you said something about us taking Iggy? He's kind of yours, right?
Oh, no, no.
I'm not nobody's.
He just says from across the room.
I'm
I'm a
nobody.
free tiefling.
Ah, yeah, yeah, thank you. Um, so I guess Merrick's gonna go back and he's going to like place the cheese on like the other side of Margulis because these were just for him. Um, and leave it up to Margulis if he wants to share it all. Um, or like how to divvy it up. And then he's gonna tell everybody that the cook's coming soon and we'll be able to like cook the meat for them.
Did he accept your offer for joining us?
No, he said he's busy running things. I mean, he said crazy dinner rush is coming soon, and I mean, look, if you don't have your books all stacked up nice and neatly, you're gonna run out of mayo, you know?
I'm sure people request a lot of mail here, so best make sure he gets those books stacked.
I ate the last jar last night.
Ah, you do seem like a mayo guy.
Seems
Quite
like
tasty.
seems like an insult.
Protein rich.
Is Zeal back yet?
Yeah, Zeal's definitely back at this point.
Okay. Yeah. He'll laugh. That's it. Just like, you guys are funny. I don't even know what that is.
What's mayonnaise?
No, what's
Iggy
mayo?
eats mayo.
Oh,
On
what?
my notes now.
Right.
I'll have to show you sometime.
Okay.
And I guess that's when Zeal might tell Merrick about like the
Oh,
church.
yes. I was talking to. Oh, I didn't even get their name. Whoops. To that lovely person over there. And they said that there is a church. They don't know about a priest, but there's a church that takes in travelers about south of the town. Um, they don't have a god. I don't know if that's important to you or not, but it's just a house of prayers. And so maybe a priest.
Oh, I appreciate you asking so much. And
Yeah.
hey,
I mean, I've got nothing else to do.
yeah, you got everything you need from this town?
Um, Mello, can I recall anything else that might be in this area?
Um, make me a history check. With disadvantage, obviously, but
Yes. I agreed to this. I agreed to this.
You proposed this, if I don't.
2 6s, so 4.
2 6s, so a total of 4.
Which, if everyone else is rolling in the D&D Beyond, I can super roll in there. I didn't realize I was the only one with dice, and I feel weird.
No, I have dice too. It's okay.
Okay, cool. I was like, I would
Listen.
feel awful.
I haven't had to roll anything, but I have a lot of dice.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
I usually roll
you know what?
IRL as well.
I'll keep saving I'll save the inspiration.
Yeah. You don't remember like anything. So maybe you may have seen like a person. Maybe you're not entirely sure though. I know that's just a fading memory. You probably just remember seeing someone at the market. That's probably it.
Nope.
Well,
Nope. I don't think anything else is here. I mean, Iggy's interesting. I like your music.
No. As I'm stuffing my face full of food, I look up.
Oh shoot, we can eat now. He's gonna do the same thing.
No. Markless is still preparing food and would be swatting anybody's grabby hands.
Very hungry.
Iggy, do you not eat during the day, or?
I haven't eaten in 2 days. No
Hey,
one
me
comes in
neither.
here. No one buys my music.
Well, bartender said that you guys are gonna get a dinner rush.
Yeah. Dinner rush.
Hey, well, you know what, Leafy? Bartender also mentioned that there's a. Oh, what did he call it? The board that has all the papers and such on it. What do you call that? Yeah.
Oh, the board of death.
I'm not really too skilled on fighting nothing or
Yeah.
helping no people, but honestly, if my music's worth 3 potatoes to you guys, I would follow you anywhere.
No,
Oh, I think
3 potatoes? That's. Wow. I love that.
I don't know much about potatoes, but I can get you food if you
I
want someone to
start.
hang out with.
A
That's all.
tear forms in the corner of my eye.
But then he kind of points over to where the quest board is, and is like,
But
yeah, maybe we should take a look after dinner, see if we can do anything to help raise some money for Leafy and get some food here for Iggy.
I
sure,
usually
as long
like
as
to say, oh,
I don't. I was like, as long as I don't go talk to no priest, yeah, I'm down.
Hey,
as long as
no,
I do
no
not
pressure.
break my horns.
Why would
Why
anyone
would
break
you?
your horns?
Do they
If we
break
get
often?
into battle, they may shatter.
Oh, I mean, these could just be
Are they
chores,
glass?
I don't know what they are.
I'm sorry, but I'm not fighting nothing, especially nothing that's gonna beat you.
Do you
Oh, I'll
know how
fight
to
something.
survive?
So
All right, look, you can lead a person to a quest board. You can't make them read anything. All right, we don't even know
that's
if these
right.
are
You can't
violent
make
yet.
them read anything.
Yeah, so just relax. Let's have dinner. All right.
Little slime, do you even know how to read?
What? What'd you call me?
Oh,
Oh no no
slime.
no! I'm a human.
Oh,
That's really rude. I'm gonna call you Shattered
you.
Horns now. Yes, I can read. I remember how to read. Thank you.
Markless, how's that food coming?
Markless has been kind of stalling the food prep because he's waiting for the mashed potatoes and chicken to be cooked, but starts seeing that it's going to be a bit longer for the tavern provided stuff. Kind of sets out plates for everybody else, and um, before anybody else can start eating, is gonna clasp his hands together and bow his head a bit. And, oh, great Mandantis, keeper of the summit and steward of the land, we give thanks for the bounty before us, born from soil made rich by your enduring strength. May this meal nourish our bodies as the mountain nourishes the earth, and may the company of those gathered here strengthen our hearts. In this moment, we walk a shared path, taking only what we need and leaving behind goodwill. May our time together be a blessing, and may your wisdom guide us in harmony and peace. Mondantis, we honor you in each bite and each word. Amen. And then starts to dig into the apples and cheese and cauliflower and bread.
We definitely didn't get cauliflower.
Broccoli. My apologies.
There you go.
Zeal will pull out the bag of spices, the Keyword's handy spice pouch, and just drop it in the middle of the table. It comes with a small loop stitched in the side, which sits a fork and a spoon.
I'm sure those will taste lovely on the chicken when it's done being cooked.
Oh, right, the chicken. He's gonna put it on the broccoli.
How much
Well, he's
food
gonna
is
absolutely
there?
dig into it. Well, they made you a plate.
Yeah, I made pretty much equal portions for everybody. It's not that much because I originally bought stuff for 3 people and it's ballooned to 5. But hopefully, the second serving of mashed potatoes and chicken will fill it out a bit.
So pescatarians eat fish, right?
What?
In that there's no you can just have the vegetables, yes.
Okay. Yeah, he's just eating the vegetables then. And he's like super picky when he does eat, and he's looking for bugs in between each little bit.
I feel like Zeal and Iggy are very similar, and they're just eating what's in front of them.
I just need to survive.
Merrick kind of he's eating, kind of quietly and just kind of looking at all the people around him like, oh, this I'm not sure where this is gonna go.
So it's everybody's life dreams.
Yeah. Excuse me? Sorry?
Like your life dream, your goal. I mean, you're getting on in years. Like, what would make you feel like you fulfilled your life?
I told you, I'm young at heart.
Sorry, what would make you fill your life with a young heart?
It's youth is a hard thing to hold on to, and
So you want to be young again?
no. I love my wisdom. I'm proud of the wrinkle that I've got. But you always gotta keep a young mind, young heart, and an open mind.
Well, good luck with that. That seems very attainable.
Oh, I've already obtained it. Thank you.
Yeah. What about you guys?
You said my life dream. I am going to have an arranged marriage, and I will have children, and I will see them grow. That is my life dream.
That's awesome. That's much less complicated.
Thank you.
Not than you, Merrick. Than someone else.
Then yours?
Oh, yeah.
What is your life stream?
Huh. Well, to see where this life takes me. To see every life to an end.
How old are you again?
Hey Mello, do I recall an age for current?
Without making a history roll, I think this is something you would know. 20, probably like 7, 28.
Yeah, he'll say that.
Hmm.
And he will probably say currently with it. Like, currently 20, 27.
Well, you're quite wise for your age.
Oh,
Keep it
thank
up,
you.
kid. Merrick kind of glances at Markless and tries to get a read on his emotions from this question.
Um, you see Marcus kind of just quietly eating his food, not not realizing that the question was also addressed to him.
Merrick will kind of elbow his arm.
He looks up from his food. Sorry, what was what?
Oh, I just we got quiet and ate so fast. I was just asking people what their dream for their life would is. You know, it's a good thing to have people live so short.
Oh,
A lot of people don't
I,
get to see to the end.
I mean, I'm still young, so I'm not sure that I have a, a dream. You know, I mean,
Yeah, that's
I'm
okay. I
traveling.
get it. Just curious.
Yeah, sorry to. I don't have an answer for you.
That's hey. It's not you're not trying to answer me. It's an answer for yourself.
No, does our food come?
Yes, while you guys are conversing, there does seem to be another person who enters into the tavern. They are rather quick to get behind the bar and kind of towards the kitchen area, and you can hear not exactly what's being said, but the tavern owner kind of turning, talking to them, and soon the tavern owner will walk over and request for the meats that you wish to be cooked.
He hands them over. He's like, "Here you go. Do not burn them, please."
He'll give you a smile and a nod and a hey, I promise they'll be cooked perfectly. It'll come out alongside your mashed potatoes, I promise.
Thank you, sir.
He will then turn around with the rabbits in hand and he will take them back to the kitchen. And kind of as the conversation's going on, uh, I'd say roughly, like 5 to 10 minutes later, uh, some minor plates begin to come out with like, oh, here's two rabbits that have been cooked, and the mashed potatoes, and then like shortly after, the rest of the three rabbits all come out cooked as well.
Yeah, Zeal will well, Markless separated them before, so he'll kind of wait to see if anyone's going to separate these foods evenly. And if
Yeah.
not, okay. So if not, he's just going to grab one.
Mark, it's pretty simple. Markless is gonna. There's 5 chickens. He's gonna split it up 5 ways, and same thing with the mashed potatoes. I would assume those would already be portioned for 5 people.
Yeah, probably that would make sense.
So, Iggy, about you.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Answer Zeal.
Oh, you guys don't have to. It's just that's something I ask anybody that talks to me for more than a few minutes, honestly. So
So I'd like to imagine that Iggy's been relatively like boisterous and joking, hanging out with these new guests that have sat down at the table and trying to make some new friends. But the moment that question came up, he became immediately quiet and cold. The impression that he didn't want to be pressed on it. He says, I that's a strange question. You don't hear it very often. I I don't think it would do you any good.
Okay. No, I mean that's
You know what I've always wanted to learn how to do?
Hmm.
Calligraphy. You know, maybe I'll make that part of my dream in life. Just one day, be able to just sit down, overlooking some water, nice breeze, calligraphy pen in
that'd be
hand.
fun. Learning calligraphy.
That is something my tribe does for fun.
Seems really hard to do with your hands. That's impressive.
It is an art when you have weird hands such as these.
They don't like okay. Um, well, this has been lovely. Uh, I'm gonna go look at the board.
I'll come with.
All right. Is anyone else accompanying those two, or are you
Do
three?
I have food right now?
Oh yes, you do.
I'm eating. I'm eating everything in
You
sight.
got rabbit and mashed
Ooh
potatoes to
boy,
go with your vegetables.
sliced brie.
All right. Well,
Uh,
go ahead.
I think Merrick's gonna say. um, maybe it's just because I try and teach things to young Marcus over here, and well, he's amazing with calligraphy. I think I want to learn something from him too, you know?
Um, and Mark just kind of does the shy, bashful hand behind his back, scratching his neck thing. I'm still learning and practicing. I'm not that good yet, and
Ah, but you
I'm
will
still.
be. And when you are, then you can help teach me. Alright, let's go look at this board.
So Merrick is accompanying those two over to the board.
He's trying not to step on people's feet right now.
Yeah, if
I don't
Markless
think there's a
seems
lot of
done
people in
talking,
here, so
but if Markless had more to say, then he would stay and hear him out.
No, Markless would go with you to the board.
Okay,
And
yeah.
Iggy is just eating the food.
Yeah, I am here with Zeal, right? Zeal's still here with me.
Zeal and Leafy were the first ones to go
Zeal had
check out the
led the
board.
Okay. Wait, so 3 or 4? The 4 of you went to the board. I'm still
Yeah,
here
you're
at the
you're
bar.
alone at the table. You're just enjoying your food.
Okay.
polishing up the food there.
Okay.
Markless would have
Have
finished
fun.
his food.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
Fair.
Zeal would have finished his food. He's way too hungry to not finish it. Although I will, you know what? I'm gonna roll. Can I roll an insight to see if he realized that he upset Iggy by asking him that question?
Sure.
This I will use my inspiration on. Damn it. Oh, I fucked myself. I rolled a 15 and a 4, and then I got a 1 for the inspiration. So that
nice.
is a 5.
Iggy, what?
Iggy was very disturbed by the question. Hurt was too hard to tell.
Okay. Um, disturbed. Seal would interpret that as grossed out. So he will kind of just push the spices towards Iggy as he like gets ready to leave. And then he'll leave the rest of his mashed potatoes. There's probably like 2 or 3 bites left. Be like, oh, that would taste way better with some spices. Trust me. And then he'll go check out the board. Like that's when he would have then gotten everyone's attention towards the board.
I graciously accept those spices.
All right. Well, I think that is where we're going to end today's session. We are at about 3 hours now. And I know it's getting, I think it's like midnight for those on the East Coast.
Mhm.
So it's probably just safe to go ahead and call it there. But thank you, you five, for joining us for today's session.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for running
Thanks
it.
for having us.
Yeah, seriously, thank you.
It
Thanks
is,
for the session.
it's no problem. I hope we can all be here next week to continue. We will be picking up with you guys investigating the bounty board. Totally not a reason for me to go ahead and just work on what's on the bounty board exactly. Yeah. So go ahead, say goodbye to chat. Though there's probably just a few people lurking in the background. Thank you, those who are lurking and just kind of listening in. I appreciate you all.
We love you,
Hi,
chat.
chat.
You make the magic happen.
Cheers.
You guys are real cool. Hey, inspiration from me, not the DM. It means nothing, but it's nice.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
you
you
have
could
it.
you could redeem Twitch inspiration for us.
I don't know what that
You know,
means.
This is
I'm
this
old.
is our inspiration to them.
Nah.
So essentially, to explain, uh, when you watch someone stream, you get like channel points and stuff that you can redeem to like make a sound alert happen or to be like, hey, streamer, go ahead and drink some water or stretch or whatever. I have one set for 3,000. I think it's 3,000, 2 or 3,000 channel points where they can give like a DM inspiration to a character for them to use.
Ooh. Then you can have all of my inspiration, chat, because I'm your favorite, and you're my favorite.
Bribing the chat. Damn.
Wondering.
It is a case of like they give you an inspiration, so you'd like click the little heroic inspiration thing up on top, and then you would say like a fun fact about your character.
Oh, that's so neat. I like that.
Yeah, but we are going to call it for now. So we're going to go ahead and bless me.
Bless you.
Thank you, thank you. Let me just move to the ending soon screen. I'm gonna deafen real quick, just send off chat and whatnot. So I will be right back. Alrighty, chat. Well, that was the first session of the Wednesday game. Definitely a little awkward at first, but I'm glad to see that everyone kind of came into their own and really played up their character. I enjoyed a lot of the performances given. No one kind of like really metagamed about anything. They were very good about keeping track of what their characters' goals, their personalities, all that sort of stuff was in line. And for a couple of people, I know some of them are new to it, others have been just haven't been able to play in a long while. You definitely could not tell. I think they handled this very well. I'm very proud of them. And I cannot wait to, discuss with some of them about stuff throughout the week and get back to it next Wednesday. Hopefully, we'll be starting at the proper time of 5 o'clock. We just had to wait a little bit because someone was getting their reactive ready. It happens. Time gets away from us. We get a bit busy. No problem for me. So, I will see you all. If I don't stream tomorrow or Friday, I'm kind of thinking about doing one maybe a bit earlier to do like a makeup birthday stream. Then I will see you guys on Saturday for the Saturday game. Until then, I hope you all have a good one. I will catch you later. Bye bye.